Hey guys, Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and so one of the cool things about being in YouTube for a long time is you kind of like grow older with your subscriber base. You know, guys that were in high school when they were first watching me for Call of Duty tips are in college now asking me for tips on how to be handy around the house, and I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, this little door, my daughter's working the camera. Hope, can you get the door if you can see this? It fits into an attic with these things like that. And we had to put in new floors, which is a long story. And the end result was that all of the doors had to be trimmed because the hardwood floors were thicker than the laminate, making every door too long. When they trimmed this one, they did a poor job and it didn't fit. So when we were desperately trying to get ready for the paintball trip and get things from the attic, we actually stuck a shovel underneath this thing, and you can see the bottom's all chipped up and stuff, which doesn't matter because it was too long. And I thought I'd show you guys what the scoop is. Now, when the contractors trimmed the door, the fact that they didn't know this inspired the video. What they did is they took the doors and they pushed them across a table saw, 6 doors. And that meant that every door had to be repainted because when you take a door and you push it across something, it gets all dirty and scratched up. A better idea is to do it the way I'm going to show you. So I have this jig. And it's for use on a circular saw. Making it super simple, this whole piece of wood, like a 4x8 sheet, is like $10 at Home Depot. I think it's called, I can't remember off the top of my head, Hardy Plankers, I forget, it's not that. But if you know, leave a comment on what this wood is called. But you can make it out of anything, MDF, plywood, etc. Rip a straight edge on your table saw and then glue it in place. It's nice if this is kind of sort of parallel, but it's not important. This will be long. And then you'll take your circular saw, hang out right there, hope you do. It pushes along here, and when you cut it, you'll cut this length, if you can see how this works. You'll cut this to size. So now you know, every time, forever, your blade is gonna run right where this thing is. And the other nice side of it is, when I'm finished, we won't have to repaint this door because I'm not dragging the piece across a tool and I'm not dragging a tool across the piece. Instead, I'm putting this jig here. Circular saws cut pretty straight. I mean, they're designed for straight lines, but it's also rough. It's used in framing, it's used in construction. But if you want to use it for something finer, then a jig is in order. And here's how it goes. Colin, get me those clamps. The clamps, they're red and black. Yes, bring them. Thank you. No, thank you. So, I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to put it where I want it. It's just about like that. Clamp it in place. I had this perfect, and then I moved it to talk. Take this, clamp it in place, like so. I have more than once put these clamps in like this, but that won't work because your saw will hit it. You got to do the low profile side on top. There you go, like that. Now I'll plug in my saw. And I should really be wearing hearing protection and eye protection and such, but we're doing this in one cut. All right, Hope, this is a little bit loud. Colin, you ready? Yeah. All right. And there you go. That is how I cut, perfectly straight, with a circular saw, without marking up the board. You can get what that looks like. It's nice. Sometimes when the piece is really big, you don't want to push it across a table saw. Sometimes you don't have a table saw. Mine's at the other house. So anyway, that's my quick remodeling tip and a jig that at least my contractors hadn't seen before, so maybe you hadn't either. If you like the video, give it a like. I appreciate when you do that, and it lets me know that, you know, maybe you want to see me install trim around the house or wire up the barn or the shop. When I put that together, I could show you electrical work, and I don't know. We'll work our way into young adulthood and being handy around the house. It's just a thought. And last thing, I want to thank GFUEL. These guys, they sponsor me, and I really appreciate all the stuff that they do. If there's an active coupon code, and I think there is, I'll put it in the description of this video. I wish those guys the best and try to support them in what they do. So that's it. Cutting the door with Woody.